Here is LaMelo Ball, switches hands and finishes.
As that was the launch of the 3J.
Yeah, he kept on asking. It's like, well, did we win? And finally, I believe it was Dwayne Price who chimed in that, yes, they did win.
Yes.
And then Kidd, in his very interesting comedic timing, said, creeping closer. LaMelo with the drive and layup.
Keep attacking the basket like they've been, like we just saw from Hardy. Those are the keys.
Here's LaMelo Ball. He'll trip back to the three-point line. Got it. Whoa.
Not a jump stop. A jump step.
Oh, and another three. Handles. Brings it up the floor. LaMelo Ball made a couple of threes to start the fourth quarter, and now he drives and finishes.
I think those 2 threes gave him a lot of confidence.
LaMelo Ball. P.J. Washington chased off the line. LaMelo Ball looking for his third three of the fourth quarter. He's got 13 fourth quarter points. The Rookie of the Year for the 2020-21 season. He's looking to tie it.
You can no longer go underneath screening rolls with him.
Hitting some mammoth fourth quarter threes. Oh, down goes Kyrie. LaMelo Ball. 18 in the quarter. Double punches and passes. Rainbow missed by Hayward. The ball quickest to the rebound.
Oh, wow.
Deep three. Oh, man, from Mesquite. LaMelo Ball.
Not like this.
Yeah, LaMelo has taken it to an all-new level. And here he is with the reverse. And great English on that. And quick, too.
If you're not nervous, you're not ready.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
LaMelo Ball is back, baby. Let's go. But the Hornets get the loss. LaMelo Ball had his first ever 30-point triple-double night. The man is back in the building. The franchise is back. He's now here. Okay? Let's just hope he stays healthy, as we'll get into in a little bit. I think I forgot to mention this, so I'll go ahead and talk about it real quick. There were a couple injuries here that are interesting to watch. P.J. Washington having some issues with his knee. I hope he's okay. We need him to stay healthy. And LaMelo Ball was gripping his ankle. Hopefully he's okay after that amazing performance, as I'll get into later in the video. But just wanted to run that by in case I did not talk about it. Anyways, peace. Brandon Miller's first start. How did he do? EBC gives you his thoughts in a minute. We're going to talk about Gordon Hayward. A good game through 3 quarters offensively. Defensively, a lot to be desired. We're going to look at a couple clips if I end up putting them in there. And then Mark Williams continues to impress, continues to show the doubters that he is a franchise caliber center. Mark Williams, great game, but there were some opportunities to win, and the Hornets just could not capitalize. We talk about all that coming up. Everything Buzzed here. Roll the intro, Rod.
Let me take you to a place where we never can be found. On the edge of Carolina, where the sun come out of the ground. No nobody, just nobody, only broken hearts allowed. Right outside of Savannah, about an hour from the town.
Hello everyone, I'm Everything Buzzed here, back again with another video. Your favorite Charlotte Hornets creator, as it should be. Anyways, we're going to get into this contest as we took on the Mavericks. This was a winnable game. And this is the type of performances that the Charlotte Hornets are going to need to give to have a chance to win, because they had an opportunity to win late in this ball game, but just could not execute down the stretch. But LaMelo Ball absolutely playing out of his mind in this one. We're going to get into that later, and I believe this was him off his minutes restriction. Steve Clifford letting him play. We're going to get all into it. Everything Buzz City here. Right now, we lose 118-124 in Dallas, Texas. We're going to look at each quarter. So you look at the first half, we outscored them 31-26, 31-24. And the second half is where we struggled. You're tending to see this trend where we're only able to play a good half, right? Usually it's been, we've struggled the first quarter, and then we have to make up the ground the next 3. But what I need is this team to play a consistent game. So there was a couple runs in this game. First quarter, we went on a 6-4 run, 9:41 till about the 4-minute mark. That was really good. Then the Mavs in the third quarter, again, that's what it comes down to. In the NBA, you have to keep your foot on the gas. Do not let up on them, but they ended up doing that in the third quarter. And really the lineup that I saw where it went south was, I believe you had JT Thor, Teo Maladon, Nick Richards, Brandon Miller, and it was maybe Ish Smith. It was one of the other bench players. God awful. That's terrible. Never run that again. Never. 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 Don't do it again. Don't do it again. And this team's defensive lineup is terrible. Teo Maladon should not be on the court. Just no. No. Don't put him on the court, bro. Because for some reason, he thinks he's a shooting guard. Stop. Stop it. You are not a shooter. Stop it, dude. Stop it. That's not your role. You're going to play yourself out of the league. Also, in the second quarter, the Hornets went on 6-5 run at the 5-minute mark to basically the end of that quarter. So the Charlotte Hornets shot almost 50% from the field. That is winnable. The problem is that this team has to do better than this shit. This is awful. Shoot 26% from 3, 8 for 30. In the modern NBA, that's just not going to get done. We lead the league in points in the paint, but that doesn't mean anything now. You have to be able to make more than that. And this team struggled in doing that. Only 57% from the free throw line, missed 9. If you make your free throws, you win the ball game. We hold the Mavericks, the best three-point shooting team in the league. 33% beyond the arc, 47% from the field, 75% from 3. Now, real quick on Brandon Miller, if you look at the stat sheet, it doesn't jump out to you. You say, oh, he didn't have that great of game. 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. The guy who was defending was Luka Doncic. And it felt like whenever he was on him, he was limiting Luka. Luka was struggling when Brandon Miller was on him throughout that first half. He played a great game when he had to switch on Luka, when he had to switch on Kyrie. He's a great defender. And in this game, that was his role, to be the primary defender, a rookie defending some of the best ISO scorers in the league. Super impressed on him. I know the stats aren't there. Brandon Miller's just a winner. Brandon Miller is a guy, a plus player on the court. It opens my eyes to say we're actually better with him on the court than without him. He was very key defensively, and without Terry Rozier, who isn't the best on-ball defender or even rotational defender, we were actually a competent offense. And I think that was very key in this game. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball, I'm going to give him his flowers, man. I've been hard on him because I expect better than the performances he has been putting forth thus far. A 30-point triple-double. Almost 50% from 3. The first half wasn't good, but he turned it on late third and the entire fourth quarter. I mean, if you look at it, in that third, 5, 3, and 2, but in that fourth, 23 points on 90% shooting, 8 for 9 from the field, 5 for 6 from 3. Insane performance from him. I'm so happy. And I said this before the season started, I'm just smart, I know these things. People called me a hater, called me insane when I said LaMelo Ball, for him to take that next jump, is for him to start finishing inside. And this has become something that I think LaMelo Ball sees in his game, that he needs to improve. And he's pushed himself to do better inside. And it opens up the court so much. It allows you to play PJ Washington, to play Mark Williams in that pick and roll. What did I say last video? I said I want to see less ISO ball and more pick and roll sets with PJ Washington and Mark Williams. And guess what Steve Clifford did? He listened to yours truly, the savant of scheming. I should be a coach in the NBA because I called it. And that's this team. Pick and roll offense. LaMelo Ball, ball handler. He's one of the best pick and roll playmakers, pick and pop playmakers in the entire league. He's one of the best playmakers in the entire league. He's a great shooter off the ball. One of the best in the league. He is a bona fide number 1 option. He is a bona fide stud. He's an MVP caliber player in his prime. Give him the ball. Let him make the decisions. He was making the right decisions. And I'm hoping the bug has gone. Because this is the LaMelo we need. We need LaMelo at his best for us to compete. For anything. Anything. These are games that you can win. Absolutely. So, awesome game from LaMelo Ball. You saw the clips at the start of this video. Insane shooting the rock. I mean, 5 threes in the fourth quarter is ridiculous. He hit 2 back-to-back-to-back. Big-time threes to keep us in this ball game. 5 for 10 from 3, 11 for 23 from the field. Hit all his free throws, only 3 turnovers. That is absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it from LaMelo Ball. Gordon Hayward, we're going to talk a little bit about him, man. I implore you to go look at some of Grant Williams' scores. I'll probably put it in here right now. But there were so many situations, and I don't know if this is Steve Clifford or this is just Gordon Hayward. But it seems the last couple games he's been dropping into coverage, helping Mark Williams down low. You do not need to do that. We were doubling Luka Doncic. There's no reason to leave shooters wide open. There's absolutely zero effing reason to do that. At all. At all. And we were getting killed. And it pissed me off so much. So much. I used to play ball. That is the number one rule. You do not leave shooters open in the corner. It is the easiest three-point shot in basketball. Is the corner 3. It's the shortest. It's the best percentage in basketball. Why you're leaving Grant Williams, Tim Hardaway Jr., these snipers from 3, the best three-point shooting team in the league, why you're leaving them wide open in the corner. They might have not been hitting at that point, but they can turn it on at any moment, and they did. And we suffered the consequences in this game late in that game because of the inept ability to rotate, communicate, and guard the perimeter on defense. And that's going to be a question going forward for the entire season, it feels like. Because it's been an issue every single game of the regular season. But I'm not going to take this away from Gordon Hayward. Okay, 28-4. Didn't shoot particularly well. Was 9 for 23. When you got him the ball on ISOs, he was creating. He was creating plays not only for himself, but for others. So all in all, a pretty darn good game from Gordon Hayward. I don't expect him to do this every single game. He's still a serviceable player. Beyond a serviceable player. He's a damn good player. And this is the Gordon Hayward we need. Mark Williams. Now, Mark Williams has gone on a stretch where, he's played out of his mind. He almost had a 20-10 game. If only Steve Clifford would damn play his best freaking center and stop playing another bum named Nick Richards. I know he had a good game today, but shit, play your best players. Like, what are you doing? Only playing him 27 minutes. He has to be on the court a lot more than that. 8 for 8 from the field, 19 and 10. You just, in that pick and roll, that is our best offense. The best offense is P.J. Washington, Mark Williams, LaMelo Ball. Run it. It should be every damn set. And that's what we did in the fourth quarter. And guess what happened? We scored. We were actually damn competitive. We were scoring the ball. LaMelo was finding people on drives, tough layup, fake to the corner, swing, 3, but we keep missing. LaMelo Ball is the creator, and Mark Williams is one of our best, probably the best roll man we got. Just throw it up to him. He's going to get it. He's going to make a play. So great game from him. He's been back. He had a rough start in Detroit. But other than that, that's been the only bad game I've experienced from him other than the Knicks game last season. He's played out of his mind. It's his second year. You're going to have inconsistency. Okay, you're going to have bad games from him. It's going to happen, but I want to see more of this than the Detroit games. It's going to be a process for him. But he's a really damn good center with all-star potential. All right, we're going to move to P.J. Washington, and this is very interesting with him. And I want to talk about this. This has to do with Miles Bridges as well. Now, before we get into it, 20-4 was our best plus-minus player with +8. 8 for 15, that's 53% from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. No turnovers this game, which was big for him. And his true shooting percentage was 60%. P.J. Washington's playing damn good basketball right now. He has actually elevated his game from last season. I think this is his second or third 20-point game, or almost 20-point game. He's averaging around 18.8 points per game this season. I mean, he's playing lights out so far, you know. So I was very impressed from him. Offensively, he's playing great. He has that floater down pat thus far, man. I love it. It's almost money whenever he puts it up. I know it's going in, and he's making it very difficult for Miles Bridges to become a starter right now, at least at that 4, unless he decides to run him at 3. But I think you should work Miles Bridges into a lineup. Don't force it. Don't force it. If PJ is the hot hand, play him. If Gordon Hayward is playing good like he is right now, offensively at least, play him. Don't force the issue. Don't force Miles Bridges to be a starter if he's not ready. Let him come off the bench. Give us depth with that second unit with him and Brandon Miller. Perfect. I love it. And I'm not saying Brandon Miller shouldn't be a starter. I thought our offense was a lot better without Terry Rozier and Brandon Miller as an off-ball guy being able to stretch the ball from the corner. I mean, I know he was off. He didn't make a 3 today, but we've seen Brandon Miller show up in big moments. So I just thought the offense was better, and it has to do with less ISO ball. I mean, Terry Rozier needs to get back to his form in 2021 where he was playing off the ball more. Put it in LaMelo Ball's hands and let him do his thing. He is your number 1 guy for a damn reason. Use him like a number 1. But, I mean, those are about the only guys we got to talk about. I mean, Nick Richards, almost a double-double off the bench. He does what he does, 85% from the field. Had 3 offensive rebounds. So he played solid. He's a serviceable center, but I want to see more of Mark Williams instead of Nick Richards. Anyways, I'm super happy for LaMelo Ball. This was a great game, but it just comes down to these situations where you have to win these type of games. You have to. These are games that I don't know. I hope we are competitive, but these are games you have to close out. Right now, with the easy schedule, these are games you have to win because it's going to get a lot harder after game 25. They have to be above 500 before that tough stretch, the second half of the season. They have to, or you should be looking at Anthony Starr and Ron Holland. That's just a fact. But LaMelo Ball playing like this, we can win some damn games. I'll tell you that right now. PJ Washington efficiently playing the way he is, you can win games with him. Mark Williams being a threat offensively and defensively, you can win games. Gordon Hayward being a good player when you give him the ball, he's scoring. You can win games. Brandon Miller being your best defender, perimeter defender, and you putting him in tough situations to guard their number 1 players, you can win games like that. This team can be competitive, and right now, they're 2-4. My prediction before the season was a 40-42 record, and my prediction at this point of the season was 2-4. So they're right on track. Don't overreact. Don't think we're only going to win 25 games or anything. Be patient right now. This was positive. This was really good. Really good game. You just got to close out. The game is about moments. That final 8 seconds cannot happen. It cannot happen. You know what? Let's go ahead and play it. So here's the play that I want you guys to look at here. Now, we're going to look at this set. So Brandon Miller inbounding the ball. Just, first of all, of course, Teo Maledon. I don't know if I said that before, but why is he on the court with 8 seconds left when you're down 3, when he's only hit 2 3-point shots the entire season? So we're going to slow this down here. Now I want to turn it down, turn the sound off. Okay. Williams is going to set a screen. Hayward's going to come over the top. Maledon, I'm not sure what he's doing here. I have no idea. So the ball's supposed to go to Hayward here. That doesn't work. Maledon's going to set an off-ball screen here for LaMelo. They read it. Why is there no one out here? Why is no one moving? No one is moving. Legit. Why is there no one coming to the ball? And that's it. Like, why is Gordon sitting here just watching? Move! And that's game. So a terrible play call from Steve Clifford here. This is not on Brandon Miller. There is nothing here. I guess he could have thrown it to Hayward, but I can't be mad at that. And watch it at full speed. Pinned down, there's nothing really there. No one's getting open. 5 seconds. That was a quick 5 seconds as well, but just so aggravating, man. So yeah, that's just an awful play from Steve Clifford. A lot of questions about him right now. I mean, you cannot draw up a worse play than that. You just can't. You just can't. And putting in Teo Maledon in 8 seconds, he's made 2 threes or down 3. Put Brandon Miller in there. I don't know what you're doing. What were we doing there? It should have been LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Hayward, PJ Washington, Mark Williams. Or you could slide Washington to the 5 and put in JT Thor, because he can hit the 3. There was no reason for Teo Maledon to be in there. He shot terrible. He played well, but shot terrible. Anyways, this is everything busted here. I'm out. To the next upload. Peace, guys.